chuffed to little mint balls. Welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer playing Football Manager 2024, the console version, and well, specifically I'm playing it on the PS5 and managing Wigan Athletic as my first club in this kind of road to glory journeyman career mode save. And well, things have been going rather well, so let's cut out the waffling and have a look what's been going on. And oh, look at the page we've landed on. That wasn't a coincidence, was it? I'm getting an A+ from the board. To summarise, the board feel you're doing an unbelievable job and you're clearly the right manager, and they're delighted to be on course to finish in the top half of Sky Bet League One much earlier than expected. It's going well. And just to reiterate again, if you think I've gone a bit doolally and I'm looking all over the show, I've actually got a brand new setup because, like I say, I'm running Grassroots to Goal Boots, running the FM24 on the console, but I'm also running the PC version and of FM24, and that's running a save with Reading. But I have 3 monitors now. I have new lighting, new capture cards. It's all gone very, very fancy here. And, well, to be quite honest, I'm having trouble keeping up myself. Okay, so the last game that we watched was the Cheltenham game. Nice 3-1 win in that one. And as you can see, well, we've played half a dozen games there, and those shiny green dots, they're all over the shop. After that, Bristol Street Motors Trophy, we went away to Wrexham, another 3-0 win in that one, and we're actually not conceding too many goals, so I'm doing something right. So after that one, we had a bit of a friendly. There was an international week on, so we beat Young Ajax 5-0 in the friendly. Not too bad that, not too shabby. Back to Sky Bet League One, Leyton Orient away, a 4-0 win in that one. Yeah, banging goals in for fun. Fleetwood at home went a little bit pear-shaped. We were winning 3-0 in that game, and then Fleetwood came back with 2 late goals, so I had to batten down the hatches, and we managed to get a 3-2. But then we played the FA Cup second round against Portsmouth at home, and well, a 2-0 win, and we are through to the third round of the FA Cup. Did we get a big money tie? Unfortunately, no, we didn't. We actually got, I think it was Brighton or something like that. We'll have a look in a second. And then we went on to one of the most bonkers games I think I've ever played in Football Manager. It was a Bristol Street Motors Trophy. We did qualify for the next stage, and we got pitted away to Everton reserves. And, well, the first half, we got absolutely battered, 2-0. I brought some new players on, changed the formation a little bit, and we managed to grab ourselves 2 goals in the second half. And then, unfortunately, we went out on penalties. And, well, the only striker that took a penalty, Kelman, he was the one who missed. But just for a second, can we digest the stats of this game? So Everton, 4 shots, 2 on target. Those are the 2 goals that they scored. An XG of 0.86 and a possession of 38%. Wigan, 28 shots, 7 on target, an XG of 3.15 and possession of 62%. And we lost the game. Go figure. Oh, and just to add insult to injury, yeah, Tickle, my goalkeeper, broke his arm again. I had no goalkeeper on the bench, so we played most of the second half with a centre-back in goal. And of course, going into a penalty shootout with a centre-back in goal, not ideal, is it really? The game definitely got its way. And as you would expect, with all those shiny green dots on the schedule, yes, we've moved up the table nicely, and we're exceeding all expectations. We're in 5th place at the moment, having played 19 games, and we have actually got a game in hand on Charlton and Lincoln, and we have 32 points. Things are going very, very well. So the plan today is 2 games, a home game against Lincoln, a away game against Port Vale, and then I will play these games here off camera and get down to the FA Cup third round, and we have a home tie against Brighton. Can we nick that one and go through to the 4th round and then maybe get one of the big clubs, you know, like an Arsenal or a Manchester United away and bring some money in? Who knows? Well, we do have to get over Brighton first. Okay, so all nicely caught up, and of course the big news there is my goalkeeper has broken his arm again. So Football Manager 2024, these goalkeeping issues need to be sorted out really, because you need three top class goalkeepers in your squad at all times, because you just never know when they're going to injure a keeper. It's a bit off the scale, but anyway, it is what it is. We have to put up with it. Sports Interactive, sort it out. Anyway, we're going to jump into these two games, and let's hope we can keep on this winning run, banging the goals in, keeping clean sheets, and well, getting the 3 points. If we do have a little bit of a bad run and start, giving goals away and losing points, then I can't really complain too much, because this season a mid-table finish would have done me down to the ground. If we're getting the dreaded playoffs, and I call them dreaded because I never do well in the playoffs. I don't even know whether I ever got promoted through the playoffs as a manager in Football Manager, but it's one of those things. Like I say, it is what it is, and well, we're going to jump into this first game now. Lincoln at home. We'll see you in the dugout. And just before the game kicks off, I have had a player brought to my attention. The Chief Scout said this player called Quintana is a very, very good central midfield player. And of course, the new formation doesn't include wingers. So we need plenty of rotation in that centre of midfield. I don't know whether, I put a bid in for him. I don't know whether the board will let us buy him at this stage, because we don't really have the money. But we can only try, can't we? So as we can see there, he's not particularly interested in coming to us, but you never know. Let's just finalise the promises, negotiate a contract. So we can allocate one of our remaining ESC places to allow Alberto Quintana to play. So on that basis, I think we will put an offer in for him. But let's just see now. So it's a free transfer. It's not going to cost us any money. And I think we're going to take the signing on fee. We're going to take that off. And we're going to lock that in. And the agent's fee, we're going to lock that off as well. And we're going to lock that in. And let's just have a look what requirements. I'm guessing he wants a yearly wage rise. I don't mind giving him the 10%, but he's certainly not having 35% promotion wage rise. So let's suggest those terms to him. So he wants 575 now, or 5,750, I should say. So let's try 5,250. He's gone for that. Whether the board will let me have him, I don't know, but we're kind of planning ahead a little bit for, well, if he comes on the 1st of January for this season, if not, then next season. So as you can see, I'm still tweaking the formation. Goddo is a strange player. We've got him on loan. He has been struggling with the manager buying, so buying into my philosophies, but it was all down to him really, because he said he wasn't scoring enough goals, he wasn't happy with his kind of performances in game. So I was playing him as a twin striker, again still not really doing the business, although we have been winning games, we've been doing really well. But anyway, he's on the bench today, and I've gone to more of a shadow striker with Brooks as the shadow striker. Also, I think to note as well, he's Charlie Good, who has not played, not kicked a ball for us yet. He's in on loan, centre back, very, very good player, and he has been actually come back now off injury, and his fitness is up to scratch now. So we are playing him now as a first choice centre back. So the team is Amos in goal. As you know, Tickle is now out injured with a broken arm, so he's out for about 2 months, I think. It's bonkers, but you just have to deal with it. Back four, Pearce, Good, and Bondo and Sessignon. We have M. Smith as the DM. 3 across the middle, Adiko, S. Smith and Collar. Brooks is a shadow striker with Kelman up front. And as the players come out and line up ready for the kickoff, we're underway, and hopefully it's a home game. We will get the 3 points again. But like I say, if we start on a little bit of a slide, I can't expect this team to keep going at this sort of pace, because I don't think it's the best team in the world. Although the signings that I've made, I think have been very, very good. And Pearce there with a bit of a weak shot, and it just goes round the post. And while we're in game, I mean, there are little things about the console version that are different to the PC version, but they're not really worthy of making a full video about. But certainly the shouts in the PC version are quite comprehensive, and one of the best shouts you can do, particularly if you're drawing a game, is give encouragement, because generally it will cheer the players up and you know, make them play a bit better. In the console version, you don't get that, so you only get the 4 options. Praise is a very good one, that does lift the players, but fire up, focus and demand more always seem to make the players very glum. So I think it's another area where the console version is lacking. Maybe FM25, maybe it'll be a bit more comprehensive. I don't know, it's difficult. And getting a message here, Scott Smith, my assistant manager, is saying he's slightly injured. I think I am going to ignore that. I don't really want my assistant manager making substitutions, so we are going to ignore that. But nearly 20 minutes into the game, and Lincoln are actually doing really well in this game. 4 shots, 3 on target. But as we saw against Everton reserves, that doesn't seem to make an awful lot of difference. Anyway, we do have a corner. Ball is slung in. The ball's in the back of the net. Scott Smith, I think he's the one who's injured, isn't he? So it's a good job I didn't take him off, because he's just scored a nice goal. And, well, we're 1-0 ahead. And it seems to be against the run of play as well. And I think from here on in, whenever we're playing in a game, it seems, it's hit the post, and it's gone in the back of the net, and we're 2-0 ahead, and that was an own goal. Very unfortunate. You do seem to get a lot of own goals in the penalty area in FM24, but we'll take that 2-0. But what I was going to say was, I think in future, when there's a game that's looking very imbalanced, I think we're going to call it doing an Everton reserves, because that game was just bonkers. I literally still have no idea how we were. I mean, to be fair, the stats in that game, even when we were losing 2-0, were very, very focused in our favour. Very, very focused. I had no idea how we were losing 2-0. And then, of course, the stats actually came into line. We scored the 2 goals. Hey, are we going to get another one? No, it's hit the post. Yeah, we scored the 2 goals, and then it went to penalties. And, of course, like I say, we had a centre-back in goal. No good, a penalty shootout with a centre-back in goal. But anyway, what's happening here? So Lincoln have actually got one back. Any flag from the linesman to help us out? No? Okay, then, fine. So it's 2-1. Yeah, O'Connor there rises up, and, well, our defenders are looking, well, they're kind of looking a little bit shocked. I mean, all you've got to do as a centre-back is just jump and get your head on the ball. It's not difficult. And that's given us a penalty. So here we go again. We're winning this game 2-0, and now all of a sudden it's going to be 2-2. And just before half-time, this is a bit of a disaster, if I'm honest. And there we go. Amos goes the wrong way, and it's back to 2-2. So we are going to say we're angry. I mean, 2 goals conceded. We were doing very, very well on that little run that we had. We weren't conceding goals. Now all of a sudden, we do seem to be conceding goals. It may well be that bringing Charlie Good in, who's meant to be a very, very good centre-back, has unstabilised, destabilised, unstabilised, destabilised, I don't know. But maybe that's destabilised the defence. But we are going to deliver that team talk. Okay, a little switch at half-time. So I have taken Charlie Good off. Apparently he's still not fully fit, so maybe that's the problem, that we're conceding goals. But anyway, Watts has come on. In fact, we need to switch those 2 over, because the Mbondo-Watts partnership was doing okay for us. Adiko has gone off. We've gone to a bit of a different formation now. We're pushing forward. Asgard has come on as an attacking midfielder. So the 2 attacking midfielders that we've got at the club, Asgard and Brooks, are both now on the pitch. So coming up to the 50-minute mark, and I have gone very attacking now. Mentality has changed a lot in this game. We need to stop that ball going in the back of the net, which, to be fair, we were doing a great job of early, in that little run that we had. Now, all of a sudden, maybe I have destabilised the defence, I'm not quite sure. but we're now pushing for this. Oh, what a goal! My word, what a stunning goal that was. And that one definitely bears looking at again. My word, what an absolutely storming goal. Pace there, down that side, loops a ball to M. Smith, I think it's Matt Smith, and he just wellies it from way outside the penalty area. What a stunning goal to put us 3-2 in the lead. Absolutely stunning. 58 minutes now, and I'm still kind of reeling from that goal. I can't quite believe that he's done that. And he's doing it again. Oh! Twice in one game. Probably not going to happen, but we're now 14 shots, 5 on target, an XG of 2. And we are slightly edging the possession. 70 minutes on the clock, and well, we do need to try and keep hold of this 3-2 lead now. In fact, I think we are going to come off very attacking, and we're just going to go positive now. I don't like to go defensive. It tends not to work in Football Manager, but we are just going to try and keep the pressure on, but just be a little bit more thoughtful about what we're doing. 3 changes, both wing backs have been changed now, Chambers and Clare. Fortunately, I've got 4 very good wing backs, and well, I'm touching wood that they don't get injured. I shouldn't really say that because, you know what, Football Manager is always listening. But anyway, so we've done that, and we brought Shaw on in midfield. Scott Smith, who was got a bit of a knock early on, he's actually, you know, fully injured now. So Shaw has come on in midfield. So we come straight back to a free kick to Wigan. Matt Smith now, can he put the ball in the back of the net? And my word, is he good at long shots. Asgard now fires the ball from distance, just inside the penalty area. 4-2 ahead now. So the changes that I've made have really worked. We've stepped up on the gas, and we now comfortably winning this game 4-2. And again, always remember, Football Manager is listening. So never say things like that. Proceed with the tactical changes. Yes, we will. Yeah, don't take Gobby Gaffer's advice and start talking about things that, you know, gloating a little bit. Oh, I'm a brilliant manager, tactical genius, because Football Manager is always listening. 82 minutes now, and we do come back to a Lincoln highlight. Lincoln now fire the ball forward, but that's very poor. Collar now fires the ball at the bottom of the net, and well, this free-scoring Wigan team is just absolutely, I mean, 5 goals, and that was a shame. I think it might be the destabilisation at centre-back. Unfortunately, I might have to be a little bit more careful with that. So once I'd taken Charlie Good off, we tightened it up at the back. We did concede the 2 goals while he was on, but now we've scored 5-2. We're on a positive mentality now, so everything is looking quite rosy. But Lincoln are coming forward again. Are they going to get another consolation goal here? Yes, they are. Joe Taylor. No, it's fine. It's fine. That linesman over there, he's our friend, and he's disallowed that one. He was offside. So with 20 shots, 8 on target, an XG of 2.47. This time the stats have actually worked out like they should. Because when you're in control of a game like that, you should be winning it. And as I think was that Watts has just put the ball in the back of the net for 6-2, and that was a lovely set piece corner. Watts there rising at the near post. 6-2 winners. 7 minutes of time added on, and that will do very, very nicely. And after I've been giving them a rocket at half time, we're now going to say we're delighted. And that result puts us into 4th position, 20 played, 35 points. Dare we look up to Peterborough, 44 points? I don't think so, but actually, Bolton are catchable. They're only 4 points ahead of us, and second place in this league does go up automatically. Can we do it? Again, Football Manager is listening. Let's not talk about it. Well, I'm going to state the obvious now. Keep a clean sheet, or, at the very least, score more goals than the opposition, and we could actually get promoted. Shh. We'll see you in the dugout for the next game. I just had the email through that we have, it looks like a decent youth team intake this year. At least one of our goalkeepers looks a great prospect. Oh, we need a goalkeeper. My first choice keeps breaking his arm. Central midfielders, wing backs. So we actually look like we've got 1 or 2 players coming through in the youth ranks. And the next email, once again, the scout report on Alberto Quintana, the 22-year-old Spanish defensive midfielder. 3-star with the potential to be 4.5. Looks a very, very good player, this one. We have got that bid in for him and we have offered him terms. Whether he'll come or not, I don't know. And then the next email, I'm a little bit surprised, but it looks like we've got our man subject to a work permit. That's going through at the moment, but if you do remember, even if he doesn't get a work permit, we can allocate one of our, I think it's the ESC places for him. So it looks like we might have our man. Well, with a bit of a mounting injury list, not only is my first choice goalkeeper out, my DM's out, my centre-back's out, so we're starting to pick up a few injuries, but the team is Amos in goal, back four of Pearson, Bondo, Watts and Sessignon, and another little tutorial tip, if you get this line here that's connecting these 2 players, you can't really see it because of Shaw in there, but you get a line connecting 2 players, that means that they're very suitable for playing with each other and they're comfortable. My understanding is if that line is dotted, then you do have to be a bit careful because that is saying that they're not very compatible. So just be aware. But if you get like these lines, you know, like between your midfield players or between your strikers, a full orange-yellow line like that means that they are playing well together. So we've got, like I say, back four, Pearson, Bondo, Watson, Sessignon. Shaw has had to come in at DM because we've got an injury there. Adiko, Smith, S. Smith and Collar in the centre mid roles. Asgard has come in for a run out instead of Brooks as shadow striker with Kelman up front. And with Football Manager, you're always waiting for the wheels to come off. Sometimes it's as though somebody's flipped a switch somewhere and your team from game to game don't look like the same team. One game, you're fluent passing, scoring lots of goals, and then all of a sudden somebody flicks that switch and you basically don't look like you've ever seen a football before. But hopefully that's not going to happen. And like I say, Football Manager is always listening. So, an away game here at Port Vale. Can we get another 3 points? Another shiny green dot on the schedule? Let's hope so. But at the moment, it looks like a very quiet game. So we are going to step up the mentality and we're going to go attacking. We're not going to do any shouts because I would give them a shout of encouragement in the PC version. In this version, anything but praise seems to... you can see there, I don't know whether you noticed, let's just have a look what goes on here. Yeah, you can see there on the, let's see if we get back to it. Right, we need to, we've got a penalty. So we Charlie Kelman, yeah, definitely. Charlie Kelman can take the penalty. So somebody must have thrown their arms up. What's happening here? A little bit of buffoonery there. I'm not quite sure what happened. I thought I'd selected Kelman to take it. You couldn't make it up, could you? Yeah, my goalkeeper's just taken a penalty and scored it. Maybe we could have done with him against Everton reserves. Yeah, I'm the Gobby Gaffer and I'm not perfect. You will find that out. Anyway, we're winning 1-0 with a penalty from our goalkeeper. I have no idea what happened there. Answers on a postcard. I'll have to watch that one back. Obviously, I pressed the wrong button somewhere along the line. Anyway, we've had... let's just paper over that. We're winning 1-0. 6 shots, 3 on target. XG 1.19. Port Vale. Well, they've not even come out of the dressing room, I don't think. And we get to half-time. I think we're just going to say we're satisfied. Not going to go delighted at half-time. We're just going to say satisfied. And I'm still chuckling about that. I've no idea. I've never done that in Football Manager before. I've never selected my goalkeeper for a. Okay, it's buffoonery. It's one of my favourite words in Football Manager. It's buffoonery from the manager. Just having a quick look, see if we've got any tiredness or injuries. We all seem to be okay at the moment. I mean, my goalkeeper, well, what a superstar. Come in for broken-armed tickle and scores a penalty. Yep, you couldn't write it, could you? Into the second half, and I'm sure Port Vale at some stage will start playing football. They realise there's a game going on, and maybe this is it. Maybe Port Vale are going to do the unthinkable here and nick a goal when, first half, they weren't even on the pitch, were they? But anyway, Sang out there. On to Weir. No, Adiko's picked that ball up. Very loose from Port Vale. They're 17th in the league. So, to be honest, we should be beating them. I mean, when we get an established Wigan team who I've put together and we are all guns blazing, then, I would say so. But at the moment, we're not really expected to be in the position in the league that we are. So, can we say we should be beating a team in 17th place? Probably not. But we're making hard work of this second goal, and Bondo there plays it to Pearce down that left-hand side, a ball into the penalty area, and Bondo, I think I put the wrong teeth in this morning as well. Not having a great day, if I'm honest. Right, Smith now fires the ball over the top, and where in the last game, Matt Smith, I think his name is, scored that absolute worldie. This time, the other Smith doesn't do that. Okay, 63 minutes, quite a few tired players, and of course my midfield is quite depleted with all of these injuries that we're getting. So we have gone on to another different formation. I mean, this is either going to be a tactical masterclass from the Gobby Gaffer, and as you've seen, I get my goalkeepers scoring penalties, so what can go wrong with this? 3 at the back now, and Morrison, another centre-back that we've got on loan, has come on. So we've got 3 at the back. The wing-backs have pushed forward, changed them both again. Chambers and Clare have come on, and Brooks has come on up front for Asgard, well, as a shadow striker. I know what I'm talking about, really. So let's hope we're not going to do an Everton reserves in this game, because Port Vale have been woeful. We've had 17 shots, 7 on target, XG of 1.95, and, possession has been pretty equal, if I'm honest. But we should see this game out now, surely. And Kellen Watts there has picked up an injury, so we will replace him with Goddo. And we'll just carry on with the game. Hopefully, 5 minutes of time added on. Can we get 2 wins in this episode? Yes, we can. A nice 1-0 win away at Port Vale. And once again, the lads are going to get an absolutely brilliant pat on the back. Can you do a brilliant pat on the back? Well, it's a pat on the back saying, you've been brilliant. Let's put it that way. I told you, I'm not having the best of days today. And, well, I think everybody at Wigan Athletic are just going to, we're getting a nosebleed, I think. We're 3rd in the league. The board requirement at the beginning of the season was bravely attempt to avoid relegation, I think it was. I even said that to the players, bravely attempt relegation. We're in 3rd place after 21 games, 38 points. We're not going to hit top spot, I don't think. Well, we do have a game in hand on Bolton. If we win that, we'll be a point behind them. Can we think about promotion this season? I still don't think it's going to happen, but, you never know. Well, as I've said before, 2 win episodes, I mean, they're a recipe for success, aren't they? Let's keep getting these 3 points on the board. Let's try and move up that table a little bit more. We only need to move 1 more spot, and we're in an automatic promotion spot. We don't really want the dreaded playoffs, but then again, we're Wigan Athletic. We had 8 points deducted at the beginning of the season, and that makes this, it's a monumental feat, isn't it, really? Well, we do have injuries to contend with. First choice goalkeeper's out, although, to be fair, my replacement goalkeeper, he scores penalties, he saves goals, he's just a bit of an all-round superstar. And it looks like we have that new central midfielder coming in, 3-star with the potential to be 4.5. So we're going to have some real competition for places as and when everybody's back fit. Okay, we're going to leave it there. Going to play some games off camera now. And when we come back, we'll be in the third round of the FA Cup against Brighton. We'll see you very shortly for that one. And I promise in the next episode, I won't have my goalkeeper taking penalties. I'll try and speak properly. And, well, let's hope I have a better day than I've had today. Because talking and, you know, working at a football manager seemed to have been a little bit over my head today. We'll see you next time.